Hey, what's up, people? It's me, and today we got another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle against the one and only Smash Bros. Pro 33, or Zach. Shut up, Zach. Yep, so anyway, looking at the teams, I have some nice Pokemon. I got a new Weavile. I got fucking the badass Max C. And we got Mew! I'm so happy I got a Mew. It's so cute. So yeah, and looking at his team, he got a Sceptile, a Cofagrigus, and a Tornadus Therian. God damn it, I forgot how annoying this thing was. But anyway, so I'm going to be leading off with my Weavile because it's a pretty solid lead against most of his team. Can take on pretty much everything on his team, and this Tornadus Therian is the only thing that outspeeds it, barring a Scarf on that Garchomp, of course. So anyway, I'm going to go straight for the Fake Out and just go follow it up with an Ice Shard. I thought maybe it would be able to kill with that combination, but unfortunately not, because Tornadus Therian's a bitch. And yeah, so he just goes for a Focus Blast, brings me all the way down to my Focus Sash, but whatever. So I'm just going to play it safe, go straight for another Ice Shard as he brings in the Sprinkles. And yeah, so, I mean, he doesn't have any hazards on the field, so my Weavile sitting at 1 HP isn't really that bad of a problem as you think it would be. And, like I said, the only thing that outspeeds it, apparently, what it seems like, is his Tornadus Therian, so, which is pretty nice. But anyway, I have my good old Cruelty in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Toxic Spikes. He has a lot of annoying, bulky things that I want to get worn down, like that Cofagrigus, the Sylveon, the Garchomp, stuff like that. So, I'm just going to go straight for a Scald, just wanting to get damage off. I was not predicting that taunt, but, you know, it worked out. I just wanted to get damage off, maybe get a burn, that would have been nice, but whatever. But, now this, Kmar comes in here, takes the Scald pretty nicely. So yeah, Sceptile. I don't know how I feel about Sceptile. I like it. I mean, it's a cool Pokemon, but without, you know, Flying Gem Acrobatics right now, you know, it's like the mix that is just kind of meh. He is actually running a Choice Spec Sceptile, and he actually crits me with a fucking Leaf Storm, which is a pain in the ass, and, I don't know what he was expecting, but because I just stay in trying to sack my Tentacruel because, you know, it got critted, it's at incredibly low amount of health, it's not going to be that useful. So I just try to set up another layer of Toxic Spikes, but good for me, he actually decides, you know what, I'm going to actually friggin' just kill and switch into my Tornadus, and I get 2 layers of Toxic Spikes up, which is really nice. And now, the star of the show, Mr. Max C enters the arena, and he's gonna go for the Eruption. Choice Scarfed Eruption. Oh my god, I love Typhlosion. This thing is so powerful. But anyway, so yeah, that is just incredible. I really need to keep my Typhlosion at full health, if at all possible. And I need to keep it around because it's the only thing I have that can outspeed this Tornadus Therian. So I just go ahead and I go into my Gliscor on the Garchomp. He makes actually a pretty nice double switch going into the Tornadus Therian. But Hurricane is not exactly the most accurate move in the world, and I'm just going to go for the Toxic while he actually pulls off a Taunt. I didn't want to knock off his Life Orb, because, you know, that's nice damage on him every time, but it was the only move I had to hit him, and I have to get damage and keep damage on this freaking Pokemon. It's just like, God, if I have forgot how fucking annoying it is to play against one of these things. Just Regenerator and Life Orb and everything is just a pain in the ass. So, anyway, I go into my Trevenant because I didn't think it would be that useful of a Pokemon anymore, and he actually U-turns out. Again, wasn't predicting it, just trying to sack Trevenant. He actually goes into his Cofagrigus. I'm not afraid of the Willows because I do have the Lumberry. The Shadow Claw does look like a 2-hit KO with the, you know, good old whatchamacallit, but whatever. But I go for a second Shadow Claw as he does bring in the Shinsino, whatever. I mean, I decide to keep Trevenant around because I do have a relatively safe switch into this thing being Gliscor. So I might as well keep Trevenant around for Death Fodder for later against that Tornadus Therian. But he does indeed go for the U-turn. Good play on his part, switching on out of there. Gonna go back into this fucking annoying-ass bird. God, I hate this thing so fucking much. Like, I can't... Again, I don't remember this thing being this annoying. But, yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead. You go back into Trevenant, sack it. I probably should have just gone for Protect. You know, just to Toxic Salt and waste more of his Hurricanes. But, you know, whatever. But anyway, it gives us another opportunity to go into the big, strong Max C. And, I'm gonna go for that Eruption. And every time this Typhlosion comes in, he just fucking kills something. I love it. So, yeah. Yeah, so I go for the Eruption, kill off the Coffagrigus, which is great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch on out, go back into Vince, go back into Gliscor, because it is obviously the best thing I have against this Garchomp. So, turns out that he actually has a Mega Chomp, which is very nice. I go for, he goes for the Stone Edge, scores a crit. At the time, I was a little bit salty about that, but, you know, it is Stone Edge, it is a high crit ratio, it's gonna happen, whatever. And of course, I do have the Protect and the Toxic Orb and blah, 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 but he has fucking Swords Dance, and he predicts me nicely going for the Protect, and he sets up a Swords Dance, and that's a +2 Mega Garchomp, which is kind of scary, but, you know, it's okay, it's okay. We got stuff to deal with this thing. So, he goes for the Dragon Claw. Gliscor is such a fucking boss that he lives it. Because just Gliscor is amazing. I love Gliscor. So, yeah. Now, I'm just gonna go for the Protect again. Just because, you know, why the fudge not? And, but just look how good Gliscor is. It's like, he was at like 6 HP, like, not even a minute ago, and now he's all the way just gaining more health and being nice and happy and healthy, going up and up and up, going up to 72. He goes for another Hurricane. It misses because Gliscor's a badass and he dodges everything. Oh, I love Gliscor. Such a good Pokemon. So, yeah, it's 6 HP all the way back up to above half. So, I don't know, again, I don't know what he was expecting. Like, he just I guess he probably expected maybe another friggin' Protect, so he just hard switches out. I kind of expected that, and I go for an Earthquake, and does decent amount of damage to this Sprinkles here, which is pretty nice. So yeah, and I'm just gonna go for another Earthquake. Again, those Toxic Spikes, I never really used Toxic Spikes that much before, but just, I tell you guys, freaking Toxic Spikes is so useful, so fucking useful, it's so good. But, yeah, anyway, Sprinkles is just gaining more health, losing more health to that Toxic, and it's just awesome. And he went for the Wish, so I was expecting either a Wish Pass or him to go for a Protect. So I'm going to go back into Weavile. Weavile is a big threat. It can take on pretty much everything on his team, which is excellent. I love Weavile. I don't know why it took so long for me to make a freaking Weavile. So anyway, I go for the Fake Out. The Fake Out is great. He scores a crit, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. I could have gone for the Icicle Crash. By the way, Weavile gets Icicle Crash this gen, which is fucking awesome. That is just cool. So, yeah, I just finished him off with the Ice Shard. Didn't want the Icicle Crash to miss, which is great. He brings in his Tornadus Therian. He's gonna go just hard switch right back out, get the Regenerator, and I just go straight for the safe Ice Shard. Brings in this Shinsino. But, of course, I do have the Icicle Crash, which can easily kill it. But wait! Fucking Hax Gods decide to be a dick and freaking kill, and I just lose my fucking... fucking Weavile. You almost had it, Weavile! You almost had it! You were so strong! You were doing so good! And then you miss a fucking Icicle Crash, but it's okay. Because now, it's time for Max C to come back in, and he's gonna go for the Eruption, and he's gonna be just like, yo, bitch, please, Tornadus Therian, get the fuck out. So, now that I killed off the Tornadus Therian, I don't need Max C anymore. I don't need him predicting any more switches, going for Swords Dances, going for Stormages or whatever on my Gliscor. So I do indeed just go ahead and go straight for the Eruption, do a solid amount of damage, and that allows me to bring in my Mew! Mew! I love Mew! It's so fucking cute! So, oh my god, so kill him off with a Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, so, and now he brings in his Shinsino. He's gonna go for Tail Slap. I swear to God, Zach, if this fucking got the flinch and you were running King's Rock Shinsino, you're a dick, but I do that too, but then again, I am a dick, so, well, yeah, anyway. So yeah, that was the game for today. I actually messed up editing this, and I forgot to change the numbers, you know, count down from 6 to 0. And I don't know if I'm gonna go back and do that or not, because I mean that's like an hour of rendering, and then I'd have to just edit again, edit in the numbers, and then render again. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not, but we'll see. Well, you guys will see whenever, you know, I put out the video actually. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Question of the day: what is your favorite quote-unquote fairy legendary? Fairy legendaries are those the Pokemon that are base 100 across the board. You know, Victini, Shaman, you obviously at our Skyform, Mew, you know, shit like that. I have a couple. I mean, it just depends on what I want to use. I mean, Victini is incredible, and it's one of my favorites, period. But then you also have Celebi, which is amazing, and then Mew is just the original, and he's adorable, and he's just, I mean, I love Mew. I mean, that's all there is to it. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and deuces.